I was going to do an I Ching reading for you, but the sage said to do you a card reading. I went to a lot of trouble to get the question as per usual, and what I got was just to give us a 12th house reading with my. I copied this from a astrological reading thing. An old astrologer friend of mine had a cloth and it had the 12 houses astrologically and special cards to go with it. So you can work out what's going on in every house. Anyway, I copied it onto a piece of cardboard like 15 years ago or something. And I still have this piece of cardboard. I must actually get it put on cloth. Anyway, so we'll put some cards on here and see if we can get any clues. Now, I wanted to maybe forecast the future or something like that. But the sage was like, no, let's have a look at what's happening now. And I guess that goes with the last reading. Like, if we could recognize what's happening now, then we'll be able to make decisions for the future more easily. So I did a pre-card pull, a pre-reads pull of some new cards. I've got these. I actually got these amazing cards. Came to me brand new at an incredibly cheap price. Anyway, I pulled their sacred geometry cards, and I pulled for the collective Raven magic. Release fear, heighten intuition and protection. And it was basically like, things are going to change. There's no doubt about that. And you are protected through these changes. You can trust your intuition and release fear about them. There's no avoiding this. We've reached a changing point. According to this, it's a death and rebirth. Because I actually pulled a few cards, and the cards I pulled before that were all laying foundations for a new beginning type of cards. Excuse me. So, drink of water. We'll pull some house cards and see what we get. I did feel quite a few waves this morning when I woke up of both happiness and sadness coming from the world at large. It's a time of anxiety and excitement for sure. Nobody knows really what's going to happen exactly. Everything's up in the air. And I think what I got from that is we do actually have to grieve. The world as we knew it is over. Maybe that's a good thing. Things had to change because there's a lot of rot that needs cleaning out. So it will all lead to good in the end. But the safety and security of what we know has disappeared, basically. It's all been transformed by world events. Things will not be going back to how they were as much as we would like them. And there's no use getting angry about that. It's done. And so I guess there's a little bit of grief, but also excitement because it is a rebirth. Although if you're still in the grief part, it's hard to feel that at the time. But the world that we knew, that we grew up in, it's not there anymore. Things have changed geopolitically. And it's not going to go back to normal for a while, I don't think. Whatever normal is, it's not what it was. So, we'll start with maybe the most simplest cards and then get more complex as we go. So, we'll start with the simple cards, which are unicorns and job cards. I'll take them all as upright, however they come out, because this deck is very mixed up. Oh, look, it's even got one angel card in there. Isn't that weird? I don't know what that was doing in there. Alright, so we'll just give them a shuffle. We'll start at the first house, which is the house of beginnings, appearance, temperament, self-awareness, physical body, personal effort. It's the house of identity. And just now, the card Wish Upon a Star jumped out. Oh, I better say. Dear Sage, I guess I've been saying it all morning already, but please, for the highest good of the collective and the highest good of everyone, what do we need to know? Please protect the reading, the people being read for, and myself, so that we may understand what we need to understand for our highest good. That the right information gets to the right people who are meant to get it. Alright, so, actually no, we're supposed to start in the middle. The essence or the purpose is, okay, so I put that card, that pre-shuffle card down there in the center. I'll put another one on top. So what's the essence of the situation? And so this is not a future situation, this is a situation where we're at now. So if we can help to understand the situation we're in, we will know how to move forward. Okay. Please, dear Sage, using the cards that jumping card. And we got listening to your true feelings. Right. So, I guess an ending and a new beginning is a time to take a new path. You don't want to be shuffled onto a path that you're not really into. So I guess that's why you've got to listen to your true feelings. It gives you a chance to honor a new direction. But I think I'm hearing that this is part of the lesson of what's just happened or what's happening now is about listening to your true feelings. Right, the essence of the situation is you've got to listen to your true feelings. Don't let others talk you into doing something that you know is wrong. That's what it says on the card. Well, there's a lot of pressure from all directions to do all sorts of things, isn't there? There's a lot of pressurizing coming from people in general. So it's going to be, you're going to have to stick to your guns in the sense of tuning into yourself and what you want, not to be influenced by all the panic. There's a lot of panic going on, isn't there? That word just came to me. There are people panicking. You may not be panicking, but there's other people panicking out there. I can see it in the news. When I go through the news, the anxiety level's pretty high. I think your truest true feelings are always going to lead you to safety. You know, because your truest feelings are connected to Source or to God. So if you listen to that, you will stay in harmony and in safety to the best ability at the time. Okay, so beginnings, identity, outer appearance. How is it looking? Who is my collective? How are they coming across? So the situation begins with this. Love from your parents. Right, I'm getting that there's family issues. As in, belief systems that you may have inherited. Or family, what do you call them? Conditioning. Family conditionings. Family belief systems. Family expectations and pressures. Stuff that was handed down to you by your mother and father. It says no matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. I think it's important to recognise that a lot of them were just kids when they had you. I mean, that may not always be the case, but they didn't know much probably when they had you. They were doing the best they could with what they had at the time. They may not have been perfect. They had pressures too. All right, money, second house, resources, finances, self-worth, values, talent, lifestyle, possessions. So where are your resources, collective? Okay, so something about your identity is tied to your parents. Well, that makes sense. But maybe you're particularly identifying with them at the moment, or having a look at those issues. Wondering about what you've taken on from your parents that you'd like to keep, and what you'd like to drop. What you'd like to forgive your parents for. What you'd like to thank them for. Okay, resources. So where is the collective's resources? So finances, self-worth, values, talent, lifestyle, possessions, money. So what does the collective need to know or see about this? Where's the money? I guess where's the money? Light. See the light within yourself and everyone else. Okay, that's interesting. Stay in the light. Now that's not a card I would expect to come out there. So the resources are when you see the light in yourself and everyone else. Okay, you're creating a conducive atmosphere, I guess. When you're seeing the light or the God in the other person, that's actually singing to them the best part of them, which, you know, it's the opposite of doing black magic on them. It's actually doing subconscious positive magic on them to see the best in them. That sings out the best, most resourceful, most generous, most kind part of them. So if the light in you can see the light in them, you are both going to be more resourceful. That's what I'm getting. Okay, communication involves third house, the here and now. Environment, skills, technique, siblings, expression, concrete mind, like local travel. So your house of communication. I'm not an astrologer, so astrologer could probably, well, if you are an astrologer, you would know more about these houses. Okay, so what's in the third house, dear sage? Believe in yourself. See yourself doing well, and you will. So, okay, I'm just getting, like, not to put yourself down in your own communication, even to yourself. Maybe, you know, let go of the self-denigrating jokes or any ways that you put yourself, like, it's good to be humble, but not to be, putting negative spells on yourself and your ability to do things. Like, you should have confidence. According to these cards, you're a very good communicator. And you will do well in this area. That you are doing well. Sorry. This is all now. This is all now. I forgot. This is all now. So you are doing well in the communications area. Okay, roots. Parents, domestic life. So this is your foundation. Built upon providing support, nurturing, home base, inner self, foundation, ending. So at the roots of the situation, we have, what can we have? This card, what is it? Very soon. What you're asking for will happen soon in a happy way. So, because it's about support and nurturing in your home base, that to me looks like good things coming in that department. I can actually see that, you know, with the fuel shortages, people will be staying home more often. So you will have more time to put love into your home. Like, it's just not, it's going to be too expensive to travel all the time everywhere. Just frivolously. You're going to have to restrict your travel to more pointed travel. So that to me says that your foundation, your home foundations, are going to get a boost because your energy's going to be there more often. And because you're there and you're very magnetic, you're going to attract some good things into your home. So I'm seeing the home base is really good right now. Well, I'd say, yeah, so I keep looking into the future and it's saying, but we're supposed to do a reading about now. So it's saying, well, so that's right now, very soon, Something positive is going to happen in your house, in your home base, in your foundations, in your ability to support or be supported. Endings is a possibility in this house. So if you've been wanting an upgrade to a better house, that could be happening soon. But if you're not looking to move soon, then that would imply that something good is coming into your home that you've wanted for a while. So the home base is looking strong and communications are looking strong. Well, I say communications are going to be more important once again with fuel restrictions, energy restrictions. It's probably going to be more working from home, more correspondence, more need to express yourself quickly and cleanly. Yeah, just not so much face to face, I guess. Unless if there's no, it's not like COVID restrictions, you can have guests over. So you might be even having, it might be a good time for dinner parties at home, you know. There's actually, that's a really nice way. I mean, we're not into the bit of food shortages at this point, you know, because there's still plenty of food and fuel around. But even when things get tough, a really nice thing to do is to have in your building or your community or your neighborhood or whatever, you have like potluck dinners. It's everyone brings one dish and then you have like a feast together. So if you have a trusted neighbor or two, you could do that. And that could be a really nice way to socialize that's low budget and get communications done, exchange resources and ideas and goodwill and fun. You know, entertain yourselves together. So yes, I see home entertaining as being good, whether you're entertaining in your own home or going to someone else's home. This is kind of a good time for having friends over for dinner or a workshop or maybe even having friends working, you know, like if you're in group work or something, maybe you're working at each other's houses or something like that. I don't know, maybe if the house is closer. Maybe you'll be working more close to home. That's what I get. People are going to want to work more close to home because transport costs are difficult. So there might be swapping up jobs and stuff. But we'll get back to the now. Very soon, there's some good communication and something good happening in your home. So things are good in your home, things are good in the communication front. And you're being assured that your parents love you, whether they're here or not, that they loved you as best as they can with what they had. And seeing the light in others is going to bring you more resources. So that's what we've got so far. Right. Creation expressed by... So this is the fifth house, your house of creativity. Creativity, romance, entertainment, love given, children and drama. Right, so there's a lot of strength in the home right now. And you get more resources by seeing the good in people than focusing on their negative side. Yet you still have to listen to your true feelings at all times because that's the central issue here. It looks like listening to your true feelings could lead you to make an ending of some sort. Just looking at that now with that ending there. You might have to be frank with yourself about something. Okay. So, creation expressed by the house, the fifth house, your house of creativity, according to this. Okay, what's good? And this is now. We'll get back to the here and now. Where is creation being expressed? Through forgiveness. Wow. It's time to let go of anger and blame. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Because you might have to get creative about it. maybe it's hard to forgive people if you if you frame the issue in a certain way. But if you can reframe the issue, then it can make it easier to forgive them. That's what first comes to mind. So it's time to let go of anger and blame. Maybe you can find a creative way of healing the wound that, you know, you perceive that they caused, so that you can forgive them. Like, there's some pretty unforgivable stuff happening out there. I guess this pertains to you because it's in your house of creation. Maybe it's something to do with forgiving someone who hurt you in a creative project. This must be what you're working through right now. This is where you're applying your creativity. Is how, I guess it does take a bit of creativity, doesn't it? It's pretty hard to forgive some of the stuff that you see or that happens. So you do have to get creative about it, how you're going to forgive that. Because looking at it in certain lights, it's really hard to forgive. But if you reframe it, it may be easier to forgive. That's all I'm getting right now. We'll get clarifiers when we go second round. This will be a long reading, I'm suspecting. You might want to grab your popcorn or whatever, if you're staying. So, the sixth house is work needed on. Work, service, health, habits, routine, matters, details, planning, analysis, purity, refinement. Your house of service. So what have you got to work on, collective, at the moment? This is all at the moment. So it's taking you a bit of creativity to forgive some of this stuff. But creativity will allow you to forgive, maybe. Maybe being creative is the medicine you need to heal your heart from the damage that was done. Maybe, you know, painting about the experience, writing a song or a story or a, I don't know, what would you do? What's another creative way? Making a game about it, I don't know. Yeah, but they're getting out what happened, your story and everything, through creative work could help that healing. So, in the house of service, work needed on. Or two came out at once. We'll just one at a time, please. Curiosity. Start a project related to something you're curious about. This seemed to be coming through in the last reading. Like someone was hesitating, like out of fear or something. Like a creative block or something. Maybe this is related here. Like if you've got some anger or blame you're hanging on to, maybe it's blocking your creativity or blocking your ability to start a particular project. If you can creatively find a way to forgive something or someone, that will release your ability to start a new project, or release some more creativity that you can use to start this project. But it's encouraging you to start a new project. Well, you're probably going to be here for a while. If you're going to be at home a lot, you might as well take the opportunity to get into something, right? Something you're curious about. So keep your mind nourished and refreshed, I guess. If you're going to be home more, then there's less stimulation, so you will have to make sure that you keep your mind stimulated. I don't think people are going to be jet-setting all over the world and just going out for joyrides quite as often at the moment. So maybe more home projects. Right. Marriage and partnerships. Partners, open enemies, contracts, legal affairs, cooperation and strategy. The seventh house. Marriage and partnerships. What's going on? water and it was upside down. It says drink more water, eat fruits with water in them, such as fresh fruit and vegetables. Some places actually have arguments over water. Like in dry places or places, you know, where they're building dams or ponds or there's water allocations and things like that, that can be an issue. This, I think, is just talking about your liver health and your kidney health. If you don't drink enough water, you get bad liver energy, which is, you know, you're angry and bitter. Or if you don't drink enough water, and you need a little bit of salt too with your water, remember. Your liver, your kidneys, when your kidneys get stressed, you can be anxious and fearful. So maybe if your partner or is a bit cranky, give them a glass of water with some lemon juice in it. Okay, so just drink more water for clarity, probably. And I guess that's going to keep you healthy, and making sure you have your baths and showers so that you can relax. Like, water's a very good cheap therapy, is what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking any of you are smelly. I'm thinking it's a nice way to get therapy. It's just to run yourself a hot bath and sit in it for a while with some Epsom salts or something. So it's just encouraging you to drink more water. So somebody's probably got a crappy liver. That's what I'm thinking. They're cranky because they don't drink enough water. Or they're anxious because they don't drink enough water. I'm feeling it's someone near you because it says marriage or partnerships. So maybe when you see your kids or your partner or your work buddy or whatever freaking out, just give them a glass of water. If they got a headache, give them a glass of water. There's so many people got really, their livers and kidneys are under strain for one reason or another. Okay, so next house, house of transformation. The house of death and sex and debt. So the 8th house, which is ruled by Scorpio, I believe, or something like that. What is it? What's the planet that matches? No, I'm not an astrologer. I shouldn't go there. Okay, the 8th house. Support from others, values of others, legacies and taxes, risk-taking, taboos, sex and rebirth. Oh, sorry, I just realised that in big world affairs, water is a major issue. There's all these desalination plants that have been bombed. Like, just being able to secure your water is one of the most important things. In fact, if you have good water available to you now, I'm going to advise you this. Get whatever clean, empty containers you have, like old juice containers or whatever, and fill them up and put them in your cupboard, because the water's only going to get more polluted the more nuclear power plants they've got, the more oil wells they blow up, the worse our water's going to get. So you might as well put some away today. Put as much away as you can in case it gets worse. So yeah, water's an issue. Water's so crucial to survival. So in the house of death, debt and sex and rebirth, we have decide. Okay, there's decisions to be made. It's time to clearly make a decision about what you want. Do you want to settle a debt, or do you need a debt settled? Do you need to end a relationship or begin one? Taxes. Okay, so there's just you're going to be transformed by a decision. Now, because we're doing a reading for you, it's probably your decision, but it can, in this house, it can also be transformed by support from others, values of others. But to me, I'm reading it as it's time for you to decide, straight up. That whatever decision you make is going to have a transformative effect at this point. I guess they always do. But it's encouraging you to make some decision. Okay, in your house of travel, abstract mind, philosophy, dreams, business, law and education, what have we got? Laughter. You need a good laugh. Yeah, well, maybe if you can't go jet-setting around the world, you can watch a comedy instead. Just play a funny game. Yeah, it's... Laughter's going to... You're expanded through laughter. Okay. So seeing the funny side in things is actually going to unlock something. That's what I'm getting. Because this is in the house of expansion. And it's saying you need a good laugh in your house of expansion. Maybe comedy's going to crack your perception and you'll be able to see something differently. Or you can use comedy as an aid in your communication to help somebody else see something. To expand somebody else's understanding. But you're expanded through laughter right now. That makes a lot of sense actually, because of all the anxiety that everyone's got over the wars and everything. If you can laugh, that's going to raise your frequency. So laughter is the good medicine right now. It's going to help you cope with that background stress. And it will help you expand your perception. I've had many a good idea whilst watching comedy. It really does loosen up the brain. Alright, achieved by, in your house of career, profession, reputation, results at work, done. Status, responsibility, satisfaction, ego, branches. So, achieved by, at the moment you're achieving and branching out through how? How are you doing that? Card please, Sage. Hellos and goodbyes. You'll soon see that this change makes things better. So yeah, there's definitely that, it seems, see, because that's almost like, well, even though it's not in an axis, there seems to be an ongoing theme there. There's some decision to be made, a hello or goodbye to be made. An ending is coming. Something has changed already. Yeah, I'm getting it's already changed. But maybe it needs to be acknowledged. It says you'll soon see that this change will make things better. And there was something in the last reading too about a major stripping away close to you. So it could be in career potentially. There may be a bit of a shuffle up in your work life. But it's all for the good. So whatever's happening to you in your career right now, if something's just ended, I wouldn't be too concerned. Because whatever's happening, it's for the best. It's for you, not to you. Okay, so in the 11th house, your participation involves, this is the house of friendships, hopes and wishes, fate, friendship, sharing, love received, goals and aspirations. So what's going on? Participation involves, dear Sage. What do they need to know about the house of aspirations and friendships? What does their participation involve? Wishing upon a star and expect the very best. Okay, your job is to expect the best. It's to have a good laugh and expect the best, because actually something very soon is coming to your house. And the key to this, the bit that you have to do, is find creative ways to forgive people and let go of anger and blame. I can see how that could be difficult at the moment. So that's probably why you need to be a bit creative at it. So that seems to be a bit of the key. And starting something new. There's definitely an ending and a beginning here in this reading. The end of something and the beginning of something else. So this is where we are right now. Something is ending now and something is beginning right now. Because this is a now reading. It's not an into the future reading. It's a now reading. So something's ending now. And you know, so I guess this is the first day of the rest of your life. Things are not going back the way they were. That seems fairly obvious to me. There'll be elements that are the same, but we're definitely in a new era. Alright, so confinement, hidden strength. So this is look within for. So this is where you're going to find your strength, the next card we pull. Solace, privacy, confinement, repression, secrecy, humility. So look with it. So whatever card we pull, that's your hidden strength. Okay, so what's your hidden strength? I'll just give them a bit of a shuffle. Bit more shuffling it feels like it needs. Hidden strength for the collective. Look within for. Dear Sage. Oh, about 10 cards has come out. That's too many. I don't want that many. Look within for. Love. Love is your hidden strength. That doesn't surprise me at all with this particular collective. You are a lovely collective, actually. So it doesn't surprise me that love is your hidden strength at all. No, it doesn't. Alright, let's do some more cards. What shall we have? I might go, let's see, Mahjong. Because they're good energy clue cards. Let's see. So we'll put some Mahjong on top. So we're back to the beginning. Oh, back to the essence. So listen to your true feelings. Back to the essence. Listen to the true feelings. What we've got already is that something is ending and beginning. That you're protected during this time of transition. And to release your fear. It's happening for your good, but you must listen to your intuition. Your true feelings. It's very crucial at this time not to do something you know is wrong. Okay, so any more clues in this department? This is in the here and now, dear Sage. From the Mahjong cards. In the centre. Oh, 2 came out. So we've got Jade and Loot. So Jade is very auspicious. And Loot is obviously like musical and artistic and all. I think Jade is all about longevity and good health and good fortune. Jade is very precious stone. I'll just see if there's any other keywords. Oh, if I can find it. Oh, there's a whole bunch of cards in this book. Oh, how do you know? Didn't even shovel the whole deck. There's another card from another deck over there. Okay, so Jade. Let's see if I can find it. No. Oh, I don't think we need to. Jade is just very auspicious, I know that much, and it's healthy and it's longevity and it's green, so it relates to the heart chakra. So, heartfelt music. Music from the heart, I think, is at the essence here. Or there's something lucky about artistic pursuits. Jade. I wish you could find that jade. I think... Jade's wonderful. No, it's not coming up, so I'm not going to worry about it. Alright. So. This, I think for the creative ones amongst you, is very auspicious. And I think there's a few of you who are creative because I keep getting all those kind of indicators in the cards and books I'm told to use. well, I actually know that quite a few of you are content creators. So that's very auspicious for you, particularly the music side of it. And a lute is a very gentle instrument. Like, it's not like pounding keys like a piano or loud like a drum kit. It's a very gentle instrument. So there's a gentle heart energy, longevity, good luck, and a gentle, steady good fortune here in that kind of energy. It's very good you've got this jade. Jade's a 4 too, so that's also that stability. It's like a firm foundation. So there's no issue with prosperity or protection. Jade is also very protective and very healing. So that's great. So it's just reaffirming that you're protected. You're protected financially, you're protected health-wise, and you're protected from harm. That's great. So it's saying, because I did get those waves of sadness and then joy, and sadness and joy just before I started the reading. So it's obviously beginnings and endings, like something's over. But it's going to bring you this gentle healing, health, good health, joy and prosperity. And the right kind of atmosphere in which you could make beautiful music if you wanted to. Okay, so back in the first house of identity, and the cards just went everywhere. I think they're trying to shuffle themselves a bit extra. They really want to jump around. They want a really good shuffle. Okay, I've got them all back again. They're just jumping everywhere. Now let's do it this way. Okay. Alright. First house. White. Which is that, like the blank room. It's the destiny card. I would check on your parents. Just give them a call if they're still around. Say hello. See how they're going. Yeah, the House of Destiny. There's something... Okay, so, and because this is you and your outer appearance, something's about to change. That's interesting. Something unknown is about to happen in your first house of identity. Who you are is changing. I'm saying that. It's not entirely clear who you're becoming yet. Something's unfolding. It's like a huge potentiality there. Something new. I'm getting something new is about to happen. A new you. A new idea. But they may involve endings as well. Well, it has to, doesn't it, really? You can't really change things and for them to be the same as well. Okay, so second house of money. Right? These are mahjong cards that don't want to stay in the deck. In the second house of money. The west, which I think is wind. So light and wind. So there's a bit of movement. Or west is water. West, oh, white. Oh, so I just opened up on the white page, so I'm going to read a couple of the lines to you. When white card appears, it should be interpreted in its mystic sense. The querent may have recently experienced a bereavement or possibly has psychic gifts. The white card appearing in the last position is one of the 3 blessings that reveals a new and happier life waiting ahead. In the East, it signifies an interest in the occult. Negative aspects, it shows an irrational fear of the unknown, but may also represent difficulties caused by a document's how do you say that word? Invalidity. No, invalidity. I can't say it. I think you know the word I'm trying to say. Invalidity. Okay, so watch out for dodgy documents. Watch out for dodgy documents. And I'm just getting, if your parent died, then there could be something with the will. So it's possible here somebody's parent did die. Or is about to. My condolences if that's the case. But it looks more likely a blessing. Well, I mean, that can be a blessing too. There could be a mixed thing of bereavement and a blessing together potentially. But just because it starts out with love from your parents, I would say if your parents are still alive, just give them a call and see how they're going. They might just want to tell you that they love you or something like that. Okay, so West. Where were we? We're looking for West. The objective, the partner. Oh. So what was this, sir? Resources from... Okay, so maybe your partner's going to help you out. Or you've got a good partner at the moment to work with. The West represents the objective. So this is in your second houses, resources from. That which the querent has to face. It may be a partner in life or in business, or it may represent obstacles. Whether the querent asks a question on behalf of another, the West will represent the other person. Right. The West associated season is the autumn. Its colour is white. Its astrological constellation is Tiger, 8 circles, and its element is metal. The West either represents the partner or the opposition. So it could be either way. Right. Well, whoever they are, you're going to have to see them in their best light. If no specific question has been asked, then the West usually represents another person, and it may be that the querent is subconsciously asking on someone else's behalf. If the question is regarding a marriage or relationship, then this is a fortunate sign. If there are problems concerning other people, then in this instance, the West represents the opponent or rival. In questions regarding business, it suggests that the onus of responsibility belongs to the partner. In matters of health, it suggests that further opinion should be sought. So it's basically just saying more of the same. So it looks like there's someone here you can work with who can see the good in you and who you can see the good in. Or the other way of seeing this situation is that you're going to get resources from your enemies or your opposition, shall we say. You know, maybe they're going to pay you if they owe you. But I'd say more likely in the light of this spread is it's just that there's someone nearby who you can trust and work with, who sees the good in you and you see the good in them. That's the way I'm going to take it. So communication involves, so believe in yourself. What else does the communication involve? A farmer. All right, so you might want to talk to your neighbours about saving some seeds or swapping some pumpkins or something. I don't know. Believe in yourself. You might want to grow some food in your window. You might want to learn a bit about growing your own food or whatever it is you need, just in case you have to. Yeah, I'm just going to say, need to learn more about growing food. Everyone needs to know a little bit about growing food at the moment in case they actually have to. So, built upon, so in your roots, in your house of, what is that? Parents and domestic life, in your home base, we have Two of Swords. So a bit of an argument, potentially. Maybe that's why forgiveness is needed. Well, whatever it is, you're going to get over it pretty quickly. There's Two of Swords. I'm not sure if it's the same in this. I think if you just cut away what's not necessary. Oh, balance and decision, right. Yeah, okay, and deciding keeps coming up here too. Right, so there's a decision to be made for you. Definitely that's coming through. There's endings, beginnings, and decisions to be made right here, right now. Pretty much. So this is in your home base. You've got some kind of double-edged sword, apparently. Is a symbol of quandary and decision. Severance. There can be no progress while there are still two. The situation will be stalemate until some move is made. The sword represents the element metal. The sword at the centre shows the querent is faced with a dilemma. A crossroads has been reached. Right, so you're at a crossroads somewhere and some decision has to be made. Because there's decisions, hello, goodbye, all this stuff, deaths and endings here. It's all right here now. So you're quietly making some decisions, whether you realise it or not. That's what's happening. Maybe you're making them consciously, maybe you're making them subconsciously. But that's what's happening, is that you are trying to balance things. Because you're at a crossroads. Okay, so it says you're at a dilemma. Crossroads has been reached. One road must be chosen or it will be impossible to travel further. Right, okay, you just have to choose. Therefore, in order to progress, some sacrifice has to be made. The dilemma usually revolves on whether the sacrifice will be worth it. As an answer to a particular question, the sword does not tell the querent which direction to take, only that a choice has to be made. Okay, and it's got the very soon card. So very soon you're going to have a choice to make. In other cases, the sword may reveal cutting away of ties and release from contractual or other obligations. Positive aspects. The sword represents the bonds being severed and restrictions lifted, providing the release at last. Oh, well, so that could be good. There's a strong link between this card and the knot 8. The knot is followed by the sword anywhere in the spread. It represents the severing of ties, and in this respect may signify resignation from employment or separation of a partnership or immigration of any kind of weighty, irrevocable decision. In the East, it represents diplomacy and fairness, and it has a negative aspect, so you have to be wary of. Strictly speaking, the sword has neither positive nor negative aspects, being a purely objective view of a situation. It directs the querent to be aware of problems, particularly difficulties which may have to be faced in trying to make two things out of one. Perhaps time is being wrongly allocated, or loyalty shared, or in some way attention is not being given to the things that are at the moment of greater importance. As a negative personal characteristic, it represents hypocrisy and insincerity. So you need to make a balanced decision very soon about something in your home. Some of you could be moving, by the looks of it, or saying goodbye to someone. So there's decisions to be made all round. I've got to say, some of you are deciding to leave a job, work from home, or some of you are leaving your partners. Some of your parents are dying. Some of you are moving house or office. Others of you, it's just a matter of priorities. It's like, yeah, okay, so you're going to have to make priorities very soon. You're going to have to choose what's your highest priority. Okay, so the next one with the forgiveness in the house of fifth house. We have house. In the fifth house, we have house. Don't you love that? So it's an issue around your house or your creativity that needs forgiveness. Well, a lot of us have had our houses stolen or broken by other people. So that's fairly obvious what that would be if that's the case. Or our inheritances, our properties stolen by narcissists and psychopaths. So finding a creative way to forgive them is an issue for some. Maybe the new house is better than the old one. That's quite possibly the case here, because the new house comes after the old one. I don't know. Let's see. Next one. In the house of service, what have we got? House. Again. So there's issues at home here. Look at that. You got a house twice. Like it literally has two houses in this deck. And you got it. And look, that's it. The number on house is 5. And you got it in the 5th house. You got house in the 5th house of housing and creation. Romance, love given, drama. So there's a lot of energy around home at the moment. So you're being creative at home. You've got issues to sort out at home. Decisions to be made at home. Forgiveness and creativity to happen at home. New projects to start at home. And your services at home or from home or to home. So there's all this stuff about home here. Being creative in the home and making decisions around the home. Some of you have to decide where your home is. Where is home? Some of you are starting a new home or building a new home. Some of you have to renovate the house, clean the house, fix the house. Whatever it is, there's just an enormous amount of energy around home. Like it's all building up here around home and partnerships and creativity and nurturing and daily routines. So there's a lot of focus there and making decisions about this. All right, so in the marriage and partnerships, dear Sage, what goes with this water card? Unicorn. That's funny because it's actually a unicorn in the picture. Oh, well, they're all unicorns in this deck because it's a unicorn deck. But you've got unicorns on unicorns, houses on houses. Unicorns upon unicorns, houses upon houses. Well, I guess at times like such as these, a unicorn wouldn't go astray, would it? What you need is a unicorn in your house of marriage. Well, we'd all like to marry a unicorn in the sense of that the one who is the one is almost unicorn-like in their rareness, aren't they? Okay, so what is unicorn really about? So this is it. I'm not sure how this connects to water yet, but hopefully it'll come to us. Circles, unicorn. So this is in your house of marriage and partnerships. Foresight and honesty. The unicorn of Chinese mythology, one of the signs of the reign of a good emperor, was regarded as having the power to see into the future. Maybe your partner's a seer, or you're very precognizant yourself. So someone, either you or your partner or both of you, one of you at least has the second side. According to the significant unicorn card is the ability to foresee events. Right, so I'm going to say if there's someone that you trust generally, you should probably trust their intuition as well. Like if you trust that their intentions towards you are wholesome and they resonate with you, then it's probably worth paying attention to their intuitions as well as your own. You know, in the sense that 4 eyes is better than 2. Well, I guess if you've both got your third eye open, then 6 eyes is better than 3. So trust in your own ability to see too. This is sometimes means the gifts of clairvoyance, but more usually it merely indicates natural prudence, which enables some people to always keep one step ahead of their rivals. Such people have an innate ability to judge character with uncanny accuracy and to see through people, although this is a trait that may not always be welcome. The unicorn at the centre is nearly always a fortunate sign and may be taken as a favourable response to most inquiries. If there is no specific question, it signifies good news. So I guess if you're single, then it could signify that, you know, that unicorn, that 1 in a million partner coming along. But because we're in the here and now, I guess it's saying either your intuition or your partner's intuition is pretty good. And you should trust it. And you have good foresight. Things moving towards a fortunate conclusion. It indicates revelation of new ideas which should be acted on quickly. A particularly interesting combination occurs when the unicorn card appears together with the white card, which you also had. This is a sign of someone looking into the future, and as such, this often denotes a person who has clairvoyant powers. Okay, so definitely some of the people I'm reading for today have clairvoyance powers. It's showing that you can, well, probably all of you actually, because that's the first thing that came through. got a bunch of cho-chos here. We've got, because we started with heightened intuition and protection, and then we got listen to your true feelings, and then we've got all this water and unicorns and the blank card and believe in yourself and the jade. This is all very much, I'm reading for a clairvoyant. There's at least 1 or 2 clairvoyants who I'm reading for. So it's telling you can trust your own what you're seeing in your mind's eye. That you're pretty good at seeing into the future. Oh, it's saying that you may not realize that you're not using your powers to your full yet. This is what it's saying in the book. It's saying that you can develop your powers more, that they're still a bit latent, you can develop them more. And as a possible negative aspect, it's saying an urgent need to look ahead and to examine future implications of present affairs is shown when the unicorn appears in the west and north sectors of the spread. Okay, so what I'm going to say is that it's telling you have a really good ability to see into the future and to see what's happening right now. Your intuition is really good and you should use it. You should use it and you should trust it. That it's going to bring you that unicorn kind of moment, trusting your intuition. Whoever you are, you've got very good intuition. You're very protected and you're very lucky. And you're quite artistic as well as being practical. And you're a bit of a homebody. Or if you're not already, you're about to be. There's all this action at home here. It's just really heavy, and I mean heavy as in a lot, not heavy as in unpleasant. There's a lot of weight in the housing sector here. It's all about home. What's going on at home? Decisions to make about home. Who's at home with you? What projects are you doing? What's the emotional energy like? It does seem to say that there's someone grumpy around and they've got bad liver or kidney energy. They need to drink more water. Okay, what's going on? Transformed by. Insect. Industriousness. You need to decide and get to it. Okay? That's in your 8th house. Something is actually going to cause you to have to make a decision and get industrious. In the 9th house of travel, we've got laughter. Maybe, so what else do we have? Willow, which is all about flexibility. Be flexible, have a good laugh, see the joke in things. Okay, what's next? In the 10th house, where you've got hello and goodbye already, you'll soon see that this change will make things better. So this is something to do with your career. Something's changing in your career. For the better. That may not look like it at first. It's definitely changing for the better. Tiger. Go for it, Tiger. Tiger's very lucky and very assertive. It's like, Tiger Mum. It's that kind of energy. So it's like, go for it, Tiger. Go get 'em. Go for your goals. You can afford to be aggressive in going for the new thing that you want to do here. And I don't mean aggressive in a nasty way. I just mean aggressive in a confident way, in an assertive way. Okay, participation involves, although you may have to defend what's yours, potentially, if it it's in work. Maybe that's why it's come out. There's certainly a fierceness there. This might be a fierce change that you make. You might be becoming more of a fierce version of whatever you are. It's like goodbye to an old job or an old identity or something there, or an old responsibility. And you're moving very boldly into something new. And you're a bit more sharper and fiercer now. Alright. So we've got Toad in friendships. I think Toad is a nice card in this deck. I think Toads are like happy and singing and long living. What's Toad about? Bamboo, Toad. Card is associated with medicine and healing. Right, and that's in your house of friendships. Hopes, fears, friendships. So your participation involves healing. Where's the other card that was there? Make a wish and expect the very best in the healing department. So something really important is going to heal for you in your house of friendships. Maybe you're about to get a better quality of friend, I would say. That's quite potential. Depending on the question, this card represents either health or ambition. If there was no specific question, the meaning of this card may not be clear until further cards have been revealed. If the question is about health, the response as shown by this card is that definite news is imminent and a time of anxiety will soon be over. So something really good is happening in your house of hopes, wishes, fates, friendships, sharing, love receives, goals and aspirations in your 11th house, your house of participation. Something really good's happening in your 11th house that's healing and that you can expect to be very good. So I guess if you want to know more about that, you could look up what 11th house is in astrology if you don't already know. I'm not the expert, so I can't really tell you much more than what it says here. Hopes, wishes, fate. So to me, that sort of says like something, because this is like hopes and wishes, and it says wish upon a star. You make a wish and expect the very best. It's like some of your hopes and wishes are going to come true. And there's going to be something really healing happening here for you. If the question concerns business, it may act as a warning against being involved in projects that are beyond present resources, financial or otherwise. Right, don't live beyond your means, especially in business. In questions of romance, it is advisable to see what other cards are revealed. If the question concerns choice of career, the nursing and medical profession should be considered. The most positive aspect of the Toad card is an indication in recovery from illness. And it's about the caring profession, right? So any work, if you're considering work in some kind of caring profession, like, I don't know, Chinese medicine, naturopathy or massage or something like that, healing work, some kind of healing work would look to be well aspected for you. And that you're going to be receiving a healing. But everything's really good in this department. Okay, so last card. Look within for love. That's your hidden strength, is love. and earth. Love is in the earth. Tune into Mother. She will charge your love, recharge your love with Mother by getting close to the earth. There's hidden strength there. And your love of the earth, and the earth loves you back. There's strength. That's where you're drawing your strength from. Okay. Let's go and do very quickly another round. And then we'll wrap it up. I'll just put these out. I won't go slowly. I'll do it quickly. And we'll just see what else, other clues we get. Alright, so back to the centre. The essence of the situation. Dear Sage. Just going to do this one quickly. Okay, back to the centre. So we have change is imminent. Trust your intuition. Don't let anyone talk you into doing something you know is wrong. There's something very fortunate, healthy and stable here. Particularly connected around arts and music. Any other clues for the essence of the situation? Cupid! Woohoo! When Cupid is love is in the air when Cupid's around. Oh. Okay. So listen to your true feelings. Don't be rushed into anything that you don't feel comfortable with, I would say. Take your time. Watch out for guitarists. Watch out for musicians. I should know. Dated enough of them. Alright. There's actually, just right, I'm looking out the window and there's guys in a cherry picker and they're almost looking straight in my window at me. Alright, outer appearance. So, there's some matter of destiny, some fated event in your house of identity, which may have something to do with your parents, potentially. Okay, some other clue here. Love. Love can conquer everything. So there's a lot about love in your reading. Love is your hidden strength. Love is where you're recharging from. There's love around you. Love will conquer everything. Alright. And love is a part of your identity. It's a part of who you are. People know you as a loving person. Okay, in your house of money and resources. Clue, please. Recognition. So there's recognition coming to you. People are recognizing your light and what you have to offer. Alright, in the house of relationships, you already have farmer and see yourself doing well. Communication. You have feelings. Take the time to explore the deep emotions you're experiencing. Okay, so don't be afraid to talk about your feelings to the right person. Of course, you're not going to do it just anyone. Maybe, just being honest with yourself, I guess, helps a lot. Okay, number 4, built upon. So this is the home. Something very soon that's happening in the home. We reunite with our loved ones over and over in different lives, past lives. So you could be reuniting at your house with someone from a past life. Okay, creation expressed by. So this is the house of creativity, the 5th house, romance, entertainment, love given, children, drama. So we've already got house in the 5th house. And letting go of anger and blame. What else do we have now? Telepathy. Close soul connections harmoniously synchronized. Reenactment of telepathic moments. Right, so there's psychic communication happening at home. We already got that from a, where was it? Was it the unicorn? Yes. The unicorn and the blank card and this raven was already telling us that there's a psychic in your family, whether it's you or your partner. So it's now looking like there's two of you at least who are psychic in your house. You're at least able to communicate with each other. Alright. In your house of service, which has also got house. Curiosity, starting the new project. Moment. Think of a special moment that brought you and your partner a lot of joy. Marriage and partnerships. Next to the unicorns, we have observe, which was the whole theme of the last reading. The whole last reading was about observing. Isn't that interesting? Notice all the noteworthy things in your relationships. So you're watching your unicorn by the looks of it. Either you're a unicorn watching or you're keeping an eye on your unicorn. Okay, so make of that what you will. House of Transformation, SEX, Death and Debt. Something you decide will have you working like an insect. Or a decision is going to happen that's going to make you work like an insect. It has to be done. This is a time of change. It's very clearly come through that there's a lot of intuition and clairvoyancy going on. A lot of love. A very definite ending and a beginning. And some very serious decisions to be made. But that it's all working out for you, for your prosperity, for your ability to live like an artiste, your prosperity and your love. Like there's a lot of love in this reading. There's so much love in this reading, and there's so much good fortune and so much intuition, telepathy. So there's someone around you who you have a really strong telepathic connection with, by the looks of it. A loving telepathic connection. So, in your next house, a maze. Even if you feel lost, there's always a way through the maze. Right. You have to work your way through some kind of a maze in your house of, in your, what is the 8th house? I think that's the 8th house here, yeah. The 8th house of transformation, there's a bit of hard work going on there. It's a bit unclear where you're going. You don't really know where you're going. You've got a decision to make and you're not sure because it's a bit confusing. You can't really see where you're going. But it says there is a way through. That's the whole point of the card, is like you may feel lost, but you will find your way. Okay, so that seems to be the more difficult is the 8th house. So you don't know what you're doing there. You're doing a lot, but you don't know what you're doing. Okay. In the 8th house, which is SEX, Death and Debt. But it's reassuring you that you will get through it. But you probably need some help in that department by the looks of it. Maybe your telepathic or psychic friend or partner or work buddy can help you. If they get an intuition about it, I'd probably listen to them, because it sounds like they're very intuitive, that they can see into the future a bit. Alright, so in your house of travel, where you've got flexibility and laughter, value. Focus on things that have value. Right, what's valuable right now is being flexible and having a good laugh. Probably more than how many miles you can travel. Alright, participation involved. So there's something healing and wonderful here happening in your house of friendships. Oh, God. Oh, wait a minute. Achieved by. Yeah. No, it was that way, wasn't it? That's right. Was it? No, it was that way. It was like that. Okay, so achieved by openness. Be open to receiving divine guidance in relationships. So you're going to be divinely guided about which way to go with this career change or ending or whatever's happening there. So you obviously have to aggressively start something new here. But the sage says they're going to guide you. So you don't need to worry. You can keep going because the guidance is there for you. Okay, so nearly finished now. Wish upon the star in 8th house. Something really positive here happening in the 8th house. Something really positive and healing. Sorry, 11th house. Your house of friendship and participation, sharing fate, hopes and wishes and aspirations. So there's something very positive happening here in your 11th house. Your soul is preparing to re-establish trust in the process, and it's got a picture of two people talking to each other. So there's something very healing for your soul happening in your house of friendships. Something, a really good friend I'm feeling like. Maybe you're going to catch up with a really good friend and that's just going to be very healing for you. Okay, last card for your hidden strength. The love that's in the earth. The love is your inner strength, and your grounded energy is your secret strength as well. So what else is in this department? Look within for indication. Watch for the signs that lead you to true love. So after this healing, you're going to be ready for true love if you haven't got true love already. Well, that's all pretty good. So the most difficult house looks like... Oh, look, I didn't even have all the cards in the deck. No? Oh, no, that's from another deck. These cards are a bit crazy. Alright, so the main thing we've got here is that things are going well in the resources department, and you've got good friends or partners around you. There is some kind of a decision that needs to be made, some kind of an ending or a beginning. You have come across a fork in the road where you can go no further with making out some kind of a decision. But you're protected while you make this decision. If you follow your true feelings, you will be right. Both you and somebody close to you have very good clairvoyant abilities, and it's encouraging you to use them. Like it's not just telling you you've got them. It's saying use yours and your partners or your work partner or your friend or whoever it is that's around you. Maybe it's your child. Somebody around you is like a unicorn, like in terms of their ability to see. So if they observe something, should probably pay attention to their observations, because it might help you. I think they're going to help you get through this maze, and vice versa. What they can't see, you can probably help them to see. 6 eyes are better than 3. So focus on the things that you value, be flexible, have a laugh, and get your garden going by the looks of it. And be prepared for past life connections to come in. This is all very positive. The most challenging bit seems to be in this house, which is your 8th house. So there's something challenging in your 8th house, right? There's some challenging transformation happening. It's going to have you very busy and possibly a bit confused. But not to worry, because the whole thing is that this is leading to you to a very... the words on the tip of my tongue. Something about It's not like a life of luxury exactly. I mean, it could be quite luxurious. This looks like a lovely life to me, you know, blessed by true love, music, good health, good fortune and stability and long life, and you're protected. I wish I could think of that word that's on the top of my tongue. Something about this jade and this lute here together. It's quite a refined environment. I think your environment is becoming more refined. Yeah, some of it is about refining your environment. You're going to be doing more at home, probably because of fuel shortages. So you might want to start a project at home. Some of you are having to move house, or have to decide whether to move house or not. But it seems to be important to have a good home environment at this time. And those of you who don't have someone to love, it looks like it's lining up for you. You'll probably recognize them because they have a good telepathic connection with you. It's like some kind of a soul connection. You might even know them from a past life. And you can expect something really positive here in your 11th house. Hopes and wishes. So it looks like some fated, you know, something that your soul deeply wants, some healing of your soul that you've wanted for a while is going to happen there. So I guess there's, you know, a little bit of a trade-off. There's a bit of confusion here in this department, but it's saying not to worry because you're being guided through it. And you also have these guides around you as well, whether they realise they are or not. And if you can have a good laugh and be flexible and just be very sure about what your values are. And the most important thing that came out first is being true to yourself. So be true to you and your own values at the same time as being flexible and being able to laugh and be forgiving. But still stick to your core values really, like that's because that's the first two cards that came out were about your intuition and your core values, like sticking that all the luck, because Jade is very, very, very lucky. All the luck is connected to your true feelings and your intuition. You can trust your intuition. It's leading you to a place of quite a refined, Gentile kind of a life. You have to trust your feelings. That keeps coming up here. There is recognition coming to you. You are stepping into the light more. I'll leave it there, collective. There's not much more to say. Love can conquer everything, and love is your hidden strength and your intuition and being grounded. Be grounded and tap into your love. You're right. You're on the right path. Your dreams are actually headed straight for you. Healing's headed straight for you. Despite this kind of chaotic, confused activity here, it's all working out fine. So you just need a bit of help making this decision, it looks like, in your 8th house. So maybe you can get some help with that. Tap into your true feelings. Ask for guidance. Maybe just observe more, because that observing is a big theme. All right, then. You have a wonderful day. Chat to you next time, collective. Goodbye.